Hi everyone. I don't know if anyone's here, but I'm going to go ahead and get started. So, I posted on my channel a cutting
Hi
guide.
everyone.
I don't know if anyone's here, but I'm going to go ahead and get started. So, is correct. I posted on my channel a cutting
Hi
guide.
everyone.
I don't know if anyone's here, but I'm going to go ahead and get started. So, is correct. I posted on my channel a cutting
Hi
guide.
everyone.
I don't know if anyone. It's going to drive me out of my mind. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So what I have here, but I'm going to go ahead and get started. So is correct. I posted on my channel a cutting
Hi
guide.
everyone.
I don't know if anyone. I am ready to get drive me out of my mind. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So what I have here, but is a little bit complicated. I had to download something, and also what I discovered is that there's a delay. So when I talked or I move things around, things are delayed. So it's kind of annoying. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So hopefully, I'm just going to give it a little bit of time. I'm hoping that everyone cut their paper. I'm going to see if this is going to go ahead and get ready. It's having a little bit of a hard time connecting. I don't know how everybody's just able to do it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just get going on here. I think this is is this my event or not my event? Very complicated. All right, let's go ahead. All right, so you've got your paper cut. So this paper is actually going to be used to wrap your chipboard. So what you're going to need to do is I take just score tape because the paper is not long enough to fit your chipboard on it. So what I do is I just put score tape and I put 2 levels of score tape. This is 1/4 inch score tape. So it's about a 1/2 inch or so of score tape is generally what I do. And then I cut everything today. So I am ready to get going. Rain or shine, I'm going to make this album and then I'm going to post it to my channel, hopefully if all things go well. Okay, so once you've put your score tape down, then you're going to go ahead and place that. I'm going to flip mine over and now I'm going to adhere my chipboard. So basically I want to give myself a border because I'm going to wrap this around here. I'm using very thin cardstock for some reason. I usually like to use something a little thinner, but that's fine. I use score tape because I just feel like it doesn't fall apart when I use score tape. And I'm using the Tyvek, which is optional. I just like to use it. I just think it gives a little extra support around the spine, but it's totally optional. You absolutely don't need to use the Tyvek if you don't have it, because it's just a little album. But the way that I use it, it's going to go like right here basically, is it's going to go like this actually. Is I just I want to line. So, and I add some score tape right here. And the reason why I do that is because I want to give myself a 1/4 inch of space to turn my book. So I do it like that. And then I go ahead and I put more score tape. Score tape heavy is what it is. So we do score tape and score tape. Okay, so my week has been super busy. Starting from last week, my dog, my little dog, we came home. He had thrown up a couple of times, but you know, dogs do that. We came home and it was like a scene out of a murder horror show. There's just blood everywhere, and we're like, oh my god, like pools of bright red blood, almost look like jam. So we took him to the emergency room, and I can't even tell you how much it cost without, you know, wanting to cry. And so he had hemorrhagic gastroenteritis. So we're dealing with him and trying to get, you know, my daughter ready for her competition. And it was totally nuts. And then this week was nuts. And now I'm the team mom for my son's baseball team. So, yeah, that's my life. Okay, so we've got that. Now I'm going to go ahead and do this. So that gives you So we're going to bust through this really quickly. And I'm thinking about doing another live tomorrow and doing some fun crafting using up scrap from this project. I still have quite a bit of paper left from my Echo Park kit. So there's that. Okay, and then I'm just going to kind of trim. I have a lot of paper down here at the side, so I'm going to go ahead and trim some of that off. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my score tape and I'm going to put tape all around the edges because I'm going to be, I don't know what is up with my phone. It's just dinging like crazy. So I'm going to put score tape all around the edges of, I got a new phone. Oh yeah, that was another thing. So I had a couch that was supposed to come on the Friday after my dog came back from being in the hospital. And it came back completely damaged. I'd ordered it from Wayfair, and I could cry. So I called them up, and I ended up getting the couch for free. They found one in a different color because the couch I had wanted actually in color, was out of stock. It wasn't going to be back until like March. So I was very upset. So they offered me a free couch. So the free couch came Thursday. So that came. And on Wednesday, my son dropped and cracked my phone. So it is an older phone. I've had it for like 5 years. I just was not prepared to get a new phone at that time. I just wasn't feeling like I wanted to get a new phone. But I had to get one. So that was something else that I had to do, and that was stressful because the people who are delivering my, you know, my couch couldn't call me and tell me they were on their way. So yeah, it was crazy. I have something that I use to help me cut these edges, and I don't know what I did with it. Or I might have put it in here. Oh, here it is. It's right in front of me. Okay, so I have this tool. You don't need this tool. You can just cut these edges if you would like. But I have this kind of cool new gadget. It goes like this. and it helps you in cutting exactly where you need to cut. So this is not like a necessary thing, but since I have it, I'm, going to use it because it's kind of cool. But in the past, I have just literally taken my scissors and just chopped off the corners. So don't feel like you need that tool, because you don't. I just got that recently, and I've been making albums for 10 years. So then you just cut your corners. What it does is it helps you do a really nice mitered corner. So don't worry about that. Just cut your corner. Just don't cut it too close to the edge, but close enough and you will be fine. Okay, so now before I actually take the tape off, I want to fold over my paper so that the paper knows what to do. And so you hope you don't get tearing, but it does sometimes happen depending on your cardstock and everything. So you see you do get a very nice corner. So sorry to say, well, I'm going to be out of camera here and there because this is much longer than what I've got. So, all right, so there we go. And so now I feel like go ahead, take the tape off. It's an adventure. Take the tape off. Okay. So I do like kind of one side at a time. All right. There we go. And just fold it over. I'm going to take this tape off before it becomes too hard to get out. Let's see if we can get this up. This is not coming up really easily. There we go. So take this one out because you can stick your cardstock kind of in there, and those grooves. But that'll give you a nice place to turn it. See? So there we go. So there's that side. And I'm going to do the top. So I apologize if I'm out of camera. Part of the problem is there's a delay. So when I look at my computer, I can't see. So yeah, and the thing is, there's all these different ways to get your data that was on your old phone on your new phone. Problem is that my phone has a cracked screen and I cannot get the screensaver off of my, to turn it on because the screen is broken. So it powers on, it's working, the alarm even went off, but I can't get my data because I can't clear my screen. So I have one more solution. I'm going to use a micro reader and try to see if I can't get it that way. And really, it's like losing all of my, all my text messages that have information in them. And just, there's a lot of stuff I lost. 5 years worth. So, and, I had just kind of gathered that information back because I had gotten my phone last time because my phone had cracked. So, go figure. Okay, so here you go. Look at that. You have a wrapped cover just like that. So this is going to be my front. And I'm going to go ahead and cover the front. Now I'm going to go ahead and use score tape for the cover, but you can absolutely use ATG. Actually, I might not. Yeah, I'm going to use score tape. You can absolutely use ATG. I've used ATG and it holds up really, really well. So don't feel like you have to use score tape here. I just am going to. Just what I want to do today. And so the paper I am using is called Be Mine. It's from Echo Park. And, you know, it's a similar size and style to my winter album, but you'll see how very different it looks. Just by changing the paper, you're going to get such a different look. So anyway, that was just crazy, not having a phone. And then my son's coach, he has he has the manager and he has the coach. So the coach is his former coach from last year, which is cool. We're friends. But his manager is new to me, but he's really cool. So he was the coach of this team. They're a major team. Last year, and his son aged out, but he has another boy who's going to be coming up. So he doesn't want to give up the team, otherwise he won't be able to coach that team next year. So he's going to coach. And so his wife, who's the team mom for the younger son, is, you know, saying we need a team mom because, you know, I'm here to help out, but, you know, I don't have a boy on the team. I've got to help the other team. Just felt really bad because no one seemed to want to do it. And I didn't want to make it so hard for the gentlemen who are out there coaching our boys. So I said I would do it and, you know, be fun. But I got to go to a team mom meeting next week. So that's interesting. I'm fine. It'll be fine. And here we go. And there's lots of practice. So we are busy right now. You know, my daughter still, she has like 2 competitions in the next month. So super busy. So we have that. And then, you know, I thought about doing something different. You know, if you watched the video from my sister Scrapper, she did like a corrugated thing here. And I thought about doing a piece here and embossing it, but I just decided to keep it a little more simple. Plus the fact that my Cuttlebug is covered with stuff right now and I didn't feel like moving it. So there's also laziness involved with that decision. Okay. Okay, and so this is coming together really fast. You can see how easy it is to make your own little mini album. It does use a lot of cardstock, that's for sure, but you can buy cardstock really cheap. I like Michael's or Joann's. So the inside, what I'm going to do with the inside, I don't know why, oh, like, why do I have so many pieces of this paper? So I've got this piece that's going to go here, and this piece that's going to go here, like so. And then I'm going to do a piece here. Now, did I want to do it all one? I think I might do it all one this time. I usually have that my spine piece be different. So let's see, how much do I need? I'm just going to cut it, rough cut it, because it's going to be covered. You're not going to see this piece. So sometimes I do it differently. This is what I'm going to do this time. So I'm gonna put this piece over first. This I do recommend that you use score tape for, because it's going on the chipboard and you just want it to be really secure. And I mean, you can use glue if you want, but I just find that there's bubbling and wait time, and I don't know, I like the dryness of the score tape when I'm doing this. So I can't see any chat. I know I've got one person watching, but I can't see any chat because I don't know why I can't see chat. Because I'm on a netbook and it's totally tiny. I was thinking about taking my son's laptop because he's not here today. But then I have to download the software again and all that. So, c'est la vie. We're just going to go with the flow. Okay, so there, this piece. And then, so when you do that piece, make sure that you bend your chipboard to get it into that groove right there, to get paper into the groove. Just get that in there. Okay, and now we're ready. So we're just going to cover it, and that way it kind of looks a little bit more seamless, like it's all one piece. And so just go ahead and you could either put the chipboard, you know, the score tape right on the chipboard or not. But anyway, I'll do another video to tell you what I'm going to be making tomorrow during the Super Bowl, because I don't plan on watching the Super Bowl. I don't have any money on it this year. Normally I do a pool, and that just didn't happen this year. No one asked me to be in a pool, which is fine. So I always get terrible numbers anyways. But, you know, my dad probably will invite me, but I probably will just stay home. I just want to craft. I did a lot of errands on Friday. I did a lot of errands today. Went to my son's baseball practice. I did my taxes. So I want to craft. My neck and my shoulder on my left side are killing me. I have a hard time turning my head right now, so I just kind of want to rest. Take a hot shower and not even worry about that. I'm probably going to watch Netflix, I'll be honest. So I thought it would be fun to do something live, since I have a lot of Valentine's Day projects to get caught up on because I was so busy dealing with my life last week. But I went to a new grocery store, new to me anyway, because I guess they had closed and they remodeled and reopened. So one of those North Gates. And so they have like little giveaways and stuff like that. And what's really cool is they have homemade, like made right there in front of you, guacamole. And it was amazing. So put a little more onions than I like, but still it was amazing. So I bought some of that. And when I went to Costco, you know, I mean, I can make a lot of stuff, but sometimes it's just easy because we're so busy with baseball right now. He has baseball, you know, 4 or 5 days next week. Practice, getting ready for opening day, that I just bought the carnitas already made that you could freeze, or you can, whatever, you just heat it up in the microwave. But I got salsa and homemade salsa and guacamole and stuff for it, and pico. But I just, you know, whatever. What are you going to do? So let's go ahead and get this going. And I'm going to see what's going on with my phone. Like beeping like crazy. Okay, well, not much going on. Okay, just a lot of emails, people who want to get a card, which I'm so excited about. I'm so excited about that. So if you don't know about that, visit my channel. I'm sending out cards for Valentine's Day, which they may not be Valentine's Day cards. Anyway, here it is. We have made our cover, right? Isn't that amazing? So let's work on our spine. I'm going to set that aside, and we're going to work on our spine, which I left my little scoreboard thing. So I'm using 9 by 4, and I'll just show you on here what I did, because it's just, so what you're going to do is I scored the first one at 1/2 inch, and then you score 2 1/2 inches makes your spine, and then 1/4 inch, and then 1/2 inch, that will make another spine piece, 1/4 inch for your gusset, 2 1/2 inch, that'll make a third one, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, half inch, quarter inch, half inch, quarter inch, till you reach 6, and then you end with a half an inch. And so then what you do is you take your half an inch pieces and you fold them like so. You fold on what will be your gusset. That'll be the place that your pages will turn. And if you don't like this spine piece, I know that there's a Stack the Deck spine piece. So, you know, you can use whatever one you like. They all work. Okay? They all work. So once you have your spine pieces, then what you do is you have to put a piece of score tape on one side of each of your spine pieces. Did I do this right? Let's see. This one is this one. This one. Okay. So this one is this one. So let me go ahead and get this off. Otherwise, I'm going to confuse myself. Okay, so that one's made. And then this one is made. I need this one. So yeah, so you got to make your spine now. So you're just making your spine. See, I've got 2 spine pieces now. And so this is the hardest thing that we're going to do. It's only hard because I make it hard, because I get confused. But once you've, that's another thing, my new phone like has all these new beeps and dings, and I don't know what's up with it. Getting used to it. So I've got 3 spine pieces. Ha ha ha. Okay. Let's do another spine piece. Try to clean up as you go, otherwise you'll end up with a bazillion score tape pieces. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And this does use a lot of score tape, this piece. But I mean, this piece is essential because this is going to hold your book together. And when I use score tape, it doesn't fall apart. So that's important. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yay, I'm at 6. All right, so we are good. We have 6, I think. Looks like I might have messed up somewhere. I don't have a gusset for that one. What happened? 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh. Got a little too carried away, I guess. What did I do wrong? Okay, 1, 2. Oh, there's my gusset. I didn't give myself a gusset. That's fine. All right. I fixed it. You guys probably all did better. Will do better than me because I'm in a hurry. I wasn't checking myself. There we go. That's where I screwed up because I need to. Did I do it again? 1, 2, 3, 4. I did it again. That's my gusset. This is where I need to go right here because it's sticking together, I think. Okay. There we go. Luckily, when it's all put together, no one will be able to tell that this happened, because this will be all hidden. Because this sort of thing, you know, it happens when you are making things, especially when you're making them live, you know, things happen. Okay, here we go. This looks better. All right, so we have our gussets. Everything is good. Okay, so before I can put it in my book, I have to put score tape on both sides of this because my pages are going to slip in here. And the next thing that we're going to do is make the pages. So, and I'm making really good time. It's only a half an hour. So I have a goal of being done an hour. So this is going to be an hour-long project. So I'm super excited that you can make an album more than an hour. The actual construction of the album from start to finish and decorating, if you have everything pre-cut, is an hour. If you don't, it's probably 3 hours. It's easy to put it together once everything is cut. But let's be honest, the cutting takes a while, especially the matting. So I kept the matting very simple, and I'll show you that. But it's very simple. So I got to tell you that the spring part of my year is way busier than the fall part of my year. Because even though my son had fall ball, I mean, practice was very loose. Once or twice a week, games only once a week. But now that we're in spring and now he's majors, it's going in high gear. Okay, so what I like to do, and this is optional, but this is what I do, is I will just snip the corners of each of these. And the reason why I do that, it's just tapering the corners, is so that when I put my pages in, they slip right in. They don't get stuck on a corner. So you don't have to snip very much, just a little bit, and that'll just make it much easier for you. Okay, so now let me look at my sizing, make sure that we're going to fit in here okay. Yes, so what I do is I don't like these ends. They just kind of bother me. So what I do is I just trim it off. So I trim these off. Ye gods, I can't believe I trimmed it off. What the heck? Yes, I just trim it off. And I know that that's not what people are used to, but that's what I do. Okay, so then what you do is you put tape all along the back. And I have like a fatter tape somewhere, but of course, here it is. I have fatter tape. This is 1/2 inch score tape that I have. And this will be a lot faster for this. I usually use the 1/4 inch for almost everything. But the 1/2 inch comes in handy. Okay, so I'm going to take it off the back. And I'm going to show you the pages. So hopefully you guys will enjoy seeing that because they're pretty cool, the pages. So I have it go like this. I'm going to pull it up only because I want to not have my... Alright, so there's that. Alright. Perfect. So just press that down really, really well. And there you go. Okay, so there's that. So you are in business if you've got that far. Now we've got our pages. So I'm going to start with the basic page assembly. So for this, it's 2 pieces. We've got this piece, which we've scored, and I've gone ahead and put the score tape on here, and then this piece. So once I just take the score tape off, then you're going to go ahead and carefully place this there. And see, you've got like that. So very simple. My hopefully my cutting guide wasn't too difficult to understand, but that's how you do a basic page assembly. And then we're going to be doing 2 add-ons today. So you guys will get to see 2 different ways that you can add on to your pages if you want to make them more than just a pocket. So we're going to do a little more advanced today. And we're doing 6 pages. Sometimes I do 5. I don't really do 8 anymore because that's a lot of pictures a lot of times, but so, and this type of album is very forgiving, I find. You can cover up a lot of mistakes with pretty paper, and nobody will even know. So I'm getting text messages from, it looks like from the, oh, 2 messages. What in the world? Order knickers. What the heck? So I've got to collect money for pants and all of that jazz. So that's the thing about being a teen mom. You're collecting a lot of money. I always felt like I was being nickel and dimed, but you know, that's just what it costs. So in the majors, they try to get them to all wear the same pants. So, okay. Okay. And there we go. Almost done. Okay, and then we're going to do our customizing. Okay, so here we go. There's all of our pants, all of our stuff right there. And then I've got all my customizing stuff right here. So what I'm going to do is set this aside, and I'm going to work on one side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, this one is my flip up that I've scored, and this is in my cutting guide as well. And I just place it on the top. And I'm going to set it aside. I'm just going to do it all at once to all of my same ones so I don't screw up. So I'm going to do all of these. So these just go right here at the top, and then the little hinge that we did will get covered up when we cover it with our patterned paper. So now, whenever I'm doing like a page assembly, I will generally use score tape. I will use my ATG for putting the pattern paper on usually, or you know, a cheaper tape that I know will adhere well. Okay, so okay. And last one, and then we're going to work on our pocket. We are making really, really good time. So work on our pocket. Okay, so now I'm just going to do the pocket. So the pocket is, it's a 1/2 inch score on both sides, and then a score in the bottom, and then you take your scissors and you cut this square off. And now you've got this perfect pocket that goes like that. Just take your score tape off. And there you go. Oops. And so now you've got this piece right here, all ready to go. Customize that one. Now we're going to do this one. I'm just going to cut the corners into my trash can. And so all of these are exactly the same. But like if you didn't want to do a pocket every one, you don't have to. But this is just an idea on how you can customize and kind of fancify your mini album. So it's a little bit more personal and just such a wonderful way to be creative is to make one of these albums. And right now, you know, what was stopping me from making my albums was what am I using it for? And now it's just like, I'm just going to make it, have fun. And then if something comes up, I have an album for it. If anyone ever wants to buy one from me, then I have one ready to go. There are a couple albums I want to make, but they're bigger, more time-consuming albums. And I just am not prepared to work on those projects yet. So, and then you can decide whether, you know, you want to put your book together and then mat or what. But I am, for this project, I'm going to be matting before I put my pages on my book. There we go. And so there we go. And two more. We are in the home stretch and our pages will be made, and then we're going to cut these. Then we're going to do some quick matting, and then I will do a video that just shows the final result, and then that'll be that. So this is going to be fun. And just spending an hour, you know, doing something fun like this is very rewarding. Okay, and okay. And there we go. All right, so these are all going to be the back of my pages. So I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to work on mostly this front. Now we're going to, where is my patterned paper? I have my paper all laid out. And it's, oh, here it is. Okay. So here we go. So with the paper, I thought about doing my ATG gun, but that sucker gives me a headache dealing with it. It was all crazy. So I kind of laid out my paper. Doesn't mean that I won't, you know, change my mind, because I just didn't want like the same patterns next to each other. Kind of want to vary it a little bit. So I'm going to work with this one. So all I do is just cut my paper 1/4 of an inch smaller. And these mats are 6 by 4. So you'll have to trim down your pictures just a tad to get them to fit on here. So there's that. And then, oops, it should be this way. Not that that orientation matters, but I should probably pay attention to that. And then this one is going to go right here. So I think my plan, I don't know what my plan was. Just see how this all unfolds. There's that. Oh yeah, this is not. Oh, that's what I was going to do. Okay, now I remember this is going to be for my pocket. This was what we're going to do. Like, what did I do? Could not remember. So let's go ahead and do this. So I'm just going to go an hour. So after an hour, if I'm not done, then, you know, I might call it a day. But so just matting. And the thing about matting, you know, I don't know, is that it could take a while. And if you're in a hurry, you can rip your paper. Okay. So thinking about, there's a couple projects I think would be really fun to make tomorrow. So I thought, you know, if I did go live, then that would be really fun to do. So, and I probably should have put tape on this already, but I have a very ambitious schedule of things I want to do today. So it's already 5. And I did get taxes, I go to my son's game, I went to the grocery store, so I got some stuff done. I did my laundry, I haven't folded it yet. Okay, so that's going to go there. Okay. I'm just working as fast as I can because I've got some cool ideas for decorating. Well, cool ideas, but I've got my heat gun going, my glue gun going, because I was going to glue some stuff. Okay, so this is going to fit in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to snip this because no one's going to see it. Over to the side. So yeah, I still have paper left from doing this project. Let's go. See that pretty? Okay, so I'm going to set that one aside. And then here we go, is this one. So I just kind of decided like ahead of time so that my papers weren't exactly, you know, the patterns weren't exactly the same and all that kind of stuff. And if you do decide to make an album, I would love if you posted in my channel, you know, the link or where you have it, and I can go look at it because I love looking at this kind of stuff. This was actually my first love, was mini albums. Well, for making cards, yeah, but in terms of doing YouTube stuff, I was really, I don't know how that works. Okay, so let's see. That's going to be for that. This is for this. And then this is here and here. So this is going to make a very beautiful album. But I am divorced, single mom of 2, so they would be pictures of my children because I don't have any romance in my life. And I am fine with that. Because I don't have to answer to anybody. I can do my crafting and not have to worry about somebody being jealous that I'm not giving them, attention. I don't do as much crafting during the week when I have my kids, unless they're doing it with me. Which they actually really enjoy. And they're both very artistic. Okay, there's that. And then this is going to be my pocket. So when I do like Kathy Orta's albums, oh my god, the matting can take forever. Those are big albums, and they are hard to fill. I gotta tell you. So I gotta read all these messages from baseball. Whoops. Okay, so then I've got this piece. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing and just fold it and cut it. And this is the end that's going to go in the album that no one will see. Don't worry about my... because nobody will know. All right, go, Madden, go. Go, Madden, go. So when I get to an hour, then I'm going to put whatever pages I have finished into the album, and then I'm going to decorate the front so you can get an idea of how I'm going to decorate the front. And so there's another one all done. So moving on here. So isn't that pretty? I love that. I think it's so pretty. Because after this, I have to feed my very needy dog. I haven't been really letting him roam freely in the house because I don't want him to bite up my new couch. Because that's what happened to my other couch. He basically ate it and my leather ottoman. So, I mean, it was in tatters. Tatters. So we don't want that to happen to the new couch. I didn't buy, I bought a cheap couch. Even though I got it for free, it was a cheap couch. It wasn't the most nicest couch. And mainly that's because I didn't, I didn't want the dog, if the dog destroyed it, how upset it would be. So, but we still want the couch to last a couple of years, 2 or 3 years, and then I'll upgrade into something nicer. But that dog, I mean, he ate the whole couch. Foam, I come home, foam be off it. And lately he's just been tearing the couch cushion off and he just go to town on it. So I just kind of live like that. Didn't want to invite people over because it's just, not nice at all. So, there we go. This is going to be like this. I'll have the music notes upside down. And I subbed for the music teacher one time, and they had these really cool pianos. I mean, they look like pianos, except like from the 60s. and the kids plug in their headphones and then they just go to town, and I can't hear a darn thing that they're playing. It's completely silent. It's just the coolest thing because they're all working on different stuff. So I actually really, enjoyed it. It was probably the quietest room that I subbed for, and it was music. Isn't that funny? I did enjoy it. Good kids in there. All right, my time, I probably can do one more. Working pretty quick. And then I'll show you how I'm gonna work on decorate the front a little bit. And here we go. Here we go. And I'll do one more, and then I'll show you how I'm gonna put those in my album. And then I could finish the matting off camera. And I'm sorry if there's any comments. I can't see them. I need to, hook this up better. But this is the first one. And I'm on a netbook, so my screen is super small, so I can't see very well. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so there's like 6 messages. Just my daughter's dance team use an app called GroupMe. It's fabulous. So all of the messages go there. Doesn't clog up your inbox with messages and all the Me Too's or whatever that people do. Everything is just contained on the app. The app we use is GroupMe, and I'm very happy with it. It makes me very happy that we use it. So let's go ahead and do this one. There's that. I have tons of this tape. I thought I had used it, but then I found a couple more rolls, which is good because I'm struggling with this latest batch of Tape Jungle tape from my ATG. It just is a struggle for it to stay on the roll, and it's just, I think I got a really bad batch. And okay. Go. And here we go. Almost. And then I'll stop matting, and we're going to go ahead. There's enough here for me to put into the book so you can see how that's going to, start looking. You can get an idea of that. And so it's a little tighter. Okay, so there we go. All right, now I still have 2 more to do. So there's 4 here, and where's my book? Here's my book. So what I'm going to do, so I usually work from the back, but today I'm going to work from the front. So you just pick which side you want to work from. And then you're just going to open up your, you're going to open it up, open it up. It's hard with the pocket. You're going to open it up. And carefully it's not going all the way. Sorry if this is going to be a pain on the camera because it's this pocket thing is bothering me. Alright, let's see if we can't make sure that's straight. First one's always the hardest one. That one's a little crooked, but I can live with it. It's not too crooked. Okay. Then take the score tape off of the let's see here. That. Alright, and match that up. Alright, now we're on to this one. That. This is get this on here, and then we'll just decorate some of the cover. There we go. I'm going to do it this way. There we go. That was good. All right. So now, just give you an idea of the book. So when we open it up, we have this in a pocket, this in a pocket, and this one in our pocket. Okay, so now let's go ahead and look at decorating. So I have a lot of things here. These are all from the sticker sheet of what we want to do. We can decorate them, but what I'm going to do, I already decided, was I wanted to use this one right here. Okay, which I think is really, really cute. There's this little trim piece, which I'm thinking about putting here. I think that'd be really cute. And then this will be like mounted right on top. And I'm going to do a trim right there. So where is my trimmer? Because I'm going to trim this down to 6. And then I'm going to add it with some score tape. And then I'm going to pop up my Be Mine, but I'm going to attach it with some hot glue. And then I'm going to attach some little trim. So I'm keeping the front simple. I mean, I generally do because unless I know specifically what the album is, sometimes I don't. Like this one, I don't know. I keep it, generic. So just a little bit of trim right here. I guess this is 6 1/4. No worries. I will just piece it together. I don't worry about it. because I'm in a hurry. Everything gets crazy when you're in a hurry, right? So let's piece it. Okay. All right, no worries. Be right there. Okay, so now I'm going to put this on some foam, but then I'm going to use, oh, now I have 9 messages. Oh, I don't know why it just bothers me when there's messages there and I haven't, read them. Maybe I'm the only one that gets all worried. Okay. So then what I'm going to do is take some hot glue. Never fails. I always burn myself when I use hot glue. So there we go, right there. Get all these strings off. Okay, so now I have this bag of trim. I'm not going to show you the whole bag because I just shoved everything back in there. But because this feels very Paris, I am going to use this trim. And I'm going to put it right here, like that, on both sides. So, and I'm going to let that kind of sit. And then I'm going to trim it. So I'm going to give it a second. And read my messages. Let's see. Wouldn't mind having both. Short ones. What the heck? Oh my God, too much thinking on that one. Okay, so let me use my fancy scissors. So there's that. Bunch of stuff just fell off, like the book is molting. Okay, so all over the place. I'm gonna trim that just a tad more. Ooh, feathers. Yikes. It's on there. Got a little. So I just make sure that it feels, secure, even though it's like feathers everywhere. I just think it's really cute. And I'm going to do the back with the feathers as well because I like them to match. And I just glob a bunch of glue back there. And then I try to find where the end is. Ooh, burn myself. And get that on there. And just press down carefully. Don't try to burn yourself like I did. I always burn myself though with this stuff. And then ooh, there's everywhere. Okay, so isn't that fun? I think that's a really fun look for it. And let's see, I wonder if I have any hearts. I thought maybe I had some glitter ones, but I don't see any. It's okay. Pink, purple. I have some other hearts kind of cut out that I might use. Yeah, those ones are not going to work for this project. Okay, give me a second. I've got some hearts like right finishing here. Okay, so bunch of trash, miss the trash can. Okay, so we're almost done with our live. I'm just going to go ahead and add a couple of hearts. And I'm wondering if I want to have these up as well. I might. This one I'm going to go ahead and prop up. And pop up. And then I'm going to I'm going to do some glue on it. Because the thing about a cover is that it's going to, it's going to get a little bit more wear. So you want to make sure that you really adhere the things that are on the cover as much as possible. So this one I won't worry about. Okay, so there is my cover. I think it's very, very cute. The spine is definitely bigger than I normally do. So, and I may or may not dangle something off the back because I have this trim. I don't feel like I need it as much. So I have all these different pieces that I can use to decorate. I've created, I've mounted some I've made into like a little book. So, you can decide however you want to do it, but if you go like this, then, see, that kind of gets lost right there. I wonder if this fits like that. No. So this one, maybe I'll do it like that, right? Or like that. See? So that's cute. So, you can decide however you want to do it. All different ways to decorate it. And you can put all your little, there's these little parts that might. So I'm going to go ahead and finish matting and finish decorating. Oh, one last thing. I cannot even turn my head right now. Is I have the pieces. Let's see, where are they? I have these. So these are the pockets. These are going here. These will go in the pockets right here, like so. So, and I'll probably put like a little tab or something right here so that you can pull them out easily. And there we go. So we made an album in an hour and 15 minutes. I'm going to finish decorating this album and that'll be that. So thank you so much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed the album making. And I'll be doing some more shortly.